I'm a psychotherapist. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Here I am at Malibu Sober Living, the beach house. I'm with Annie D, is that right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Annie D.
Annie D. Where's that gun gone? I thought you were going to shoot me.
I keep it back here.
Do you?
No,
who was that Annie?
Annie Oakley.
Annie Oakley, that's what I'm thinking of, isn't it? You're not Annie Oakley, you're Annie D.
I could be.
I have to be careful, right? I have to be careful.
Always...
I've just seen you in action, so I'm going to be really careful, right? I'm going to be really careful. I'm not going to annoy you at all. So tell me about what you do here. What are you called?
So I'm the program director of this particular property, also known as the Beach House. Yep. It's one of 4 properties that we have within the collection of Malibu Beach Sober Living. We have 4 separate homes. I'm the program director of this property.
Great, and tell me what sober living means, because back in the UK, beginning to emerge, but we don't know much about it really.
The concept of sober living is really, I like to refer to it as like a transitional hallway. For example, you do your time, you're immersed in recovery when you're in an inpatient treatment center surrounding. Once you get out of there, the sober living is comprised of other sober people who are living within a house, generally anywhere from maybe 5 to 12 people, and it's that safety place where you sort of integrate your way back into life. Sure. You're going to meetings. It's a structured environment, but not to the degree of a treatment center. So people will generally come to stay in one of our homes for, say, a month or possibly up to a year or longer. Right. Okay. So it's sort of it's that pathway back to living life. It's easy to stay sober in the confines of a treatment center. To live sober in the real world is challenging. So it's that buffer in between.
So you're giving people more choices and more power, and then I've just witnessed what you do, which is that you sit down and you talk to somebody about what's going on.
Indeed.
You know, and you get them involved in a relationship with you. It was amazing to watch, actually. And it was that thing of like, it was clear that you knew that something was wrong and couldn't happen, but it was also, you had to take somebody on a journey with you in the conversation.
Absolutely.
And that's what I witnessed. And it was extraordinary to see. So that takes a lot of skill.
It does take a lot of skill. Largely it takes... I have a lot of 12-step experience in my own personal life.
So you're in recovery yourself?
I am. I will have 6 years sober on November the 29th. Wow. It's not my first 6 years, so a lot of my background, Noel, is really experience-based. I like to call it R&D, research and development. Okay. So I have a lot of experience with what can keep one sober and what can take somebody out. And so now I have a very structured sobriety. I don't know what piece of all of the things I do that keep me sober, so I don't ever compromise any of the ingredients to my sobriety today. So when I work with others, I have a lot of experience to share, because my journey with engaging with 12 steps started when I was 17, and I'm nearly 45 now. So I have experience as a teenager, in my 20s, getting sober again ultimately at 38 as a mother. So I have a lot to share with all age ranges. But when it comes to interacting with clients, it's very similar to when I sponsor women. It's really a personal relationship. And do you have people skills? Are you able to communicate with others? Largely, most of the time, it's talking about something I have experience with. So we're not segueing into rocket science. This is the life that I live, and it's really just about carrying the message of recovery to them.
So what I'm getting from you is this idea that, you know, you're available as a human being to people to bring them out of that shell that they were in, using back into sort of a human relationship.
Absolutely.
Within this environment where also you're running the house and you're having to structure people's lives and get them back used to into those sorts of things. And behind us a guy is making an amazing meal, so there's that as well, you know. So you're responsible for all of that.
I am indeed.
And you do all of that, and you do it with such compassion, but you also do it with such fun as well. And that's what I've been observing here. Is that, even dealing with tough stuff, and I just watched you deal with a really tough issue about a relationship, an intimate relationship, about somebody using deceit and lying, and then having to get to the truth of something, but doing it in a way that isn't shaming. It's amazing to watch you do that and remain sort of available, and yet hold these very healthy boundaries with people.
I'll tell you what, it's all in the delivery.
Right.
It's all in how you execute the information. I'm no better than, I'm no less than. I like to communicate in an effective way.
Yeah.
And it really truly is all about your delivery. I often have been the person on the other end of the conversation, or I think, how would that person want to be? Generally, I'm dealing with a lot of newcomers. One, I have been, and B, I sponsor a lot of people. And I think throughout my years with my business career too, it's truly in the delivery. And I do have compassion, so I don't come from...
You're not looking down your nose at people.
Oh God, no.
But it's also something you said.
And I love to laugh. You know? I mean, it is my personality to the core. To why can't it be light and funny with while people are on this journey? You know what I mean? I can communicate with them very easily without.
One of the things that struck me in the conversation that I just witnessed was how it was light and funny, but it was also, you were very clear about that you have some experience to share with people, and that there are rules here, and that people are going to change while they're here.
That's why they came here.
Yeah.
If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll continue to get what you always get. And sometimes there's a lot of growing pains behind undoing a habit, an addiction, perspective, perception that has been one way for so many years. So I have patience, I have compassion, but yet I'm still able to be assertive.
And I just witnessed that.
And a very human level.
And it was amazing to watch. And I guess if somebody's coming here, I mean, they're coming from a background in which they may have they feel like a lot of power because of the wealth and money and stuff like that. But actually, you have to come and learn a bit about humility here, become humble again, begin to learn. And I just watched you engage in that. And we all know that learning and change is about the relationship, somebody who's leading you through that experience, and just witnessing what you're doing. And I guess it's that thing of having failed yourself, and you know what that feels like.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then you pick yourself up again and you put it back on.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, this job, in addition to management skills and skills that I have brought from my business career through years of doing a career like that, at the end of the day, no, it really is it's about sharing your experience, strength, and hope, on their journey of recovery. That's why, for me, it is so important that our entire staff is comprised by people who are sober. We don't have any employees that aren't sober, just because it's worked out that way. It's not to say we wouldn't hire somebody who's sober and in a 12-step program, but it certainly is helpful.
Cool. Listen, it's been amazing to meet you. This is my second time meeting you, and I was just blown away the first time I came here. And I said to Charlie and I said to Kimberly, I've got to come back and have a chat with you on camera, because you're such an amazing person to meet. And
thank you, Noel.
It's so wonderful to be. I just want to thank you, and if you're ever in London, come and say hi.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take you up on that, and I will book a trip to London just because of that.
Absolutely. Awesome. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Noel.